Hello people, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and I am sick today, so if I sound weird, I probably don't. It's probably just me because I can't hear, and my nose is stuffed, so I feel like I just can't talk properly. But I probably can, and I just am going insane, but that's besides the point. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be talking about something today, which before you guys start hating on me and before you start attacking me, I feel like my nose is running. It definitely is. It's definitely running. I told you I'm sick. I'm sorry, I'm disgusting. That's Mackenzie. Bye, Mackenzie. We're not talking about Mackenzie, although I love Mackenzie. We're not talking about her today. We're talking about why don't we, which is also something that I love. Before you guys start attacking me, please stay till the end of this video. Please listen and hear me out, because I know I'm probably titling this, my ear's hurting, like, ow! I know I'm probably titling this video something along the lines of, like, don't go to a Why Don't We concert, or Why Don't We concerts are stupid, or something along those lines, and that is because I have been told that going to Why Don't We concerts is stupid, that going to a show is stupid, by traveling for them is stupid, and I want to talk about that, and I'm driving home, and it's dark out, so I apologize for the horrible lighting and stuff, but I just feel like I need to address it, and I'm in the mood to address it, and also my ear's hurting. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about it really quick, because, with Australia and Europe dates coming very, very soon, there's a lot of people that are traveling for shows, and there's a lot of comments that I've seen, and as someone who has traveled for shows this last tour, and it was the absolute time of my life, I now understand. Like, I always understood traveling for shows was something I always dreamed of doing, but I never thought I'd be able to do it until this past year. And for 8 Letters, the spring tour, I was able to actually travel to Vegas as well as Portland and Seattle for shows, and it was the first time I ever traveled for any shows, and it was the time of my goddamn life. I met some of the best people ever. I had the best time ever. I had such a fun time, and in fact, after the one show in Las Vegas, even though I had 2 more shows in Portland and Seattle that we were driving to, I knew I had to go to some of the summer shows, and I knew I had to travel for them, and I knew it was just something that I wanted to do, and so we made it work, and we ended up going to the California shows, 2 there, and then the one in Las Vegas again, because Las Vegas is just a party, and if you went to the Vegas shows, Vegas is just a party, okay guys, it's just, I recommend. But basically, people stick comments to me, but not as much as they've said to other people, my friends including. People are just really mean, and they make these comments and tell people that they're stupid and immature, and they need to grow up, and they need to not do what they're doing, even though what they're doing is making them happy. And now, I don't care if you've been to 1 show or been to 34 shows this past year. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. If you are happy there, if you are going in and being a legitimate good person and going in and having a good time and are happy there, that's what you should be doing. If you can afford to do it financially, which I mean, I don't recommend going into debt for Why Don't We? I don't recommend going into debt for anyone. It's not a good thing to do. Don't put yourself in a bad financial situation just to go to multiple shows. But at the same time, if you have the means to do it so, and you want to travel for shows, don't let anybody stop you. And I understand the younger fans out there of the boys and stuff. They're like, oh, I want to go to all these shows. Oh, I want to go see their hometown shows. Like, I want to do this. I want to go to New York and see the shows in New York. I understand your want and desire to do so. And as much as, like, I wish that every single parent could be so supportive and allow their kids to do this and support them, not every parent is like that. My parents are not like that whatsoever. If I want to go to any shows, it's on me. And I get the comments. I get, you know, the negative feedback of, like, you're stupid for going to more than 1 show, you're stupid, why would you travel for them, you could see them in Seattle, which is only 2.5 hours away, why are you going to Vegas, you don't need to go to Vegas, you're planning your trip just to go see Why Don't We? And the thing is, it's like, my parents don't understand that going to concerts is my happy place. I have 2 happy places in the entire world. One is Disney and one is concerts, and Why Don't We concerts especially, they just, being with some of my best friends ever, and watching the boys perform, and just, I feel like it's just such a different experience. If you've been to Why Don't We concert, you will understand their performance is just, it's just fun. It's an atmosphere that's positive, and the energy is just always good. Every single concert is so unique and so different, and even though it's the same set list and the same songs and the same boys, Corbin told me something in March when I went to Vegas, and he told me that going to the same concert more than once is like watching your favorite movie more than once. Each and every time you watch it, you notice something different, and that's something that has stuck with me, and that's something that's always going to stick with me, because that is so true. And the fact that it's a live performance, that you never know what could go wrong or what could go right, or what note changes they could add in that day, or what, you know, runs they're going to do. Like, you never really know what's going to happen. You never know, you know, how hard is, you know, Corbin's hood gonna get pulled? Like, you never really know what's gonna happen until it happens. And each and every show is so unique and different, with fan project, with the crowd, with the boys interacting, with Corbin's speech, with everything that they do. It's always gonna be a little bit different and a little bit unique each and every time. And I think that's what makes it so special, is because, like, when you go to all these different places, and I love traveling in general, so being able to travel and then go to a concert at the end of the night, like, that's a dream come true. I love traveling. I love going to new places and meeting new people and seeing new things. And so being able to do that, but then at the end of the night with some of my best friends, go and see this band that makes me genuinely happy and that I'm really, really proud of. And I think the fact that I have the connection with Why Don't We that I do, and I have this connection with them because I've traveled for shows, because I've seen them from, like, pretty much day one to where they are now. I've seen their growth. I've seen, you know, their improvement vocally, and I've seen their performances improve and their confidence on stage, and just their ability to put on a show has just improved drastically. So being able to see that and, like, remember, like, all the memories and stuff. Remember the 400 capacity theater that I saw them in for the first time. That was also a movie theater that people go and watch normal movies in sometimes. And now they're performing in arenas and stuff. And it's like, being able to see the difference and just being in the crowd and seeing everyone there, it's just, the feeling that you get there is just pure happiness and pure joy. And being able to be, like, completely content is not something that's easy to find. And so when you find stuff that gives you genuine happiness, it makes you feel genuinely content and happy and joyful, do that and put yourself in a situation as often and as many times as you possibly can. And so if that's going to concerts, or if that's, you know, going to Disney or traveling or going to the library for all I care, no matter what it is, do that as often as you can. As long as you can, like I said, as long as you can afford to do it mentally and physically and emotionally and financially, do it. I know sometimes you can really want to do something, but it's just really not the smartest thing to do financially. Like, I really, really, really want to go to Australia. My friend's going to Australia, and I have dreamed of going to Australia. So being able to go to Australia and spend 3 weeks there and then seeing the boys while I'm there would be a dream come true. But I know for me, I can't physically put myself in that situation. I can't handle that right now. I don't have the financial means to do that. Plus, I'm in school. So for me, that's not the number one thing I need to do. That's not my number one priority. And that's not something I'm going to put myself through and put myself through stressfully for all my other aspects of life, like financially and emotionally. Like, I'm not going to do that in order just to see this band. But at the same time, other situations such as, you know, I wanted to go to California this summer and I wanted to see the boys while I was there, and doing that, I was able to do that. I figured it out, I made it work, and it's something that happened, and I'm planning on going to multiple shows next tour as well, and I'm gonna, you know, figure out a way to make it work again without putting myself in situations that is, you know, harmful for myself or my future or my bank account or whatever it might be. I mean, boys are harmful for my bank account, but, like, I make it work sort of thing. And so it's like, every single person is in a different situation. Some people need to save up for a long, long time to even be able to, like, afford a normal ticket. Like, they have other expenses. They don't have the extra money kicking around just to, like, go and spend on that kind of stuff. And that I completely understand. And then there's other people that have more money than they can never imagine. Their parents will pay for everything. If they say they want to go to the Philippines for a show, their parents will book their tickets and they'll be on the plane for the show the next day. Like, everyone's in a little bit of a different situation, and if you're able to do that, and you're able to, whatever you're able to do, whatever level of, you know, commitment or dedication or whatever you want to have, has nothing to do, like, every single person is their own person. Every single person is unique. Every single person has different needs and wants and expenses and desires, and just every single person has a different life. And so do what makes you happy and put yourself in that situation as much as possible. So all those people that say, don't go to Why Don't We concert, you don't need to go again, it's not that big a deal. It's a situation and it's a place that I am genuinely happy and content in. So I will keep doing that until I no longer feel like that is my happy or content place. If I no longer go to a concert and I don't feel like I'm having the time of my life, if I'm not with people that make me happy, if I'm not, you know, sitting there, actually, if I'm not standing there, having the time of my life and being genuinely happy, I will no longer be putting myself in those situations. And when that day comes, if that day comes, that's what will happen. But until that day comes and until that happens, I will continue making life work and continue making things happen where I can feel that way. And if that means spending all my money when I should be spending it on, you know, saving for my future or whatever the hell, like, I'm 20 years old. I don't need to save for a house right now. Like, yeah, sure, it might be great to, like, start planning a little down the line, but at the same time, I don't need to, you know, start saving for my children's, like, college tuition. I'm 20 years old. I'm not having kids for quite a while. I don't even have a boyfriend. Like, you gotta, I mean, definitely you don't have to have a boyfriend first, but, like, you need to have someone. And I am as single as it gets. Like, there is nothing going on here. Like, there's no one in my life that could put me in that situation. So I don't need to plan for that. I'm 20 years old. I still have my entire life ahead of me to work a full-time job and have debt and have expenses and have a savings account and have, you know, people to pay for and have, you know, all that stuff. So it's like, for the time being, I'm going to do the things I can do while I'm young. And if that's traveling for a boy band and waking up at the crack of dawn and going to bed at 2 a.m. and getting on a plane and going to see another show in a different state and, you know, maybe getting in a little bit of trouble with my parents because they don't necessarily agree with some of my decisions, so be it. Like, I am going to live my life the way I want to live it. Life is too short to be scared and too short to hold back from things you want to do. Like, do what you want to do and do what you can do in the amount of time you have to do it. Life is too damn short to hold back and not do things that make you happy. And that's the biggest thing, is do what makes you happy. Put yourself in situations that make you happy. And that is the biggest point that I'm trying to get across here, is that for all the people who are making these comments and being rude and disrespectful and just saying hurtful things to these people who are doing things that make them happy, stop. Think about what your happy thing is, and think about what you would feel like, how you would feel like if people are saying things to you like, oh, you're being stupid, you shouldn't, you know, do this, or like whatever, like, oh, you shouldn't play this sport, you know, you shouldn't do this, whatever. Like, put yourself in the other person's shoes and think about it from their point of view. If it's something that makes them content and happy and genuine, let them do it, because it's their life, not yours. And them going to a show and them going and traveling isn't going to affect you whatsoever. And it's not taking away anybody's chances, and it's not taking away, you know, locals' chances or whatever. Like, all those comments people are trying to say, it's literally just either jealousy or just something's going on with them that they just don't understand. And when people don't understand stuff, I get it. Like, I completely understand not understanding the whole situation, but you don't need to be hurtful and you don't need to say mean things to people. Just let people be happy. There's enough hate and there's enough negativity in this world. You don't need to spread anymore. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go inside my house now and go take some more cold medicine, because I can't breathe out of my nose, and I would like to do that because that sounds like something that would make me happy. So I'm going to go do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Just spread positivity and don't be negative. There's literally no need for negativity. Like, there's certain people that, like, aren't the best people, but we can just ignore them and then move on with their life. So yeah, anyways, peace out. Love you guys. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for all your support and your kindness. You guys are always so sweet to me. So thank you. I'll talk to you guys next time. Yeah. Bye.